he does it again, after that,
I think they'll take a point.
I think it's a point.
Yeah.
They have to.
Severino landed 5 takedowns in his Contender Series fight.
What's he
before
saying?
notching his
He's grabbing-
TKO. I think he didn't like
in
him
the
grabbing on.
He's grabbing the fence again. Time. You got to touch him, ref.
Did he bite him?
No way. Oh, no.
Okay, so Executive Director of the Nevada State Athletic Commission is on hand. Jeff Mullen and Mark Smith is the review official who just mouthed the words to me. He said,
Yeah.
bite. That's what they're reviewing right now.
Stay right here.
Now here's
Jeff.
my question, because you've had it where you're grappling, Paul, and someone's arm gets in between your mouth guard and your lower teeth, but you're not biting. There
Yeah.
could be
He's got
teeth
upper
marks
and
there. I
lowers
don't.
at the
Oh,
bite.
oh! Did he get flesh?
100%.
Okay.
And that's when he's
But I wanna
protesting.
confirm it on replay if we can.
Okay, we can see his face going there, but we can't see his lips closing around it. So he's definitely in position to bite it. So if he's got the marks there, then it is a bite.
So I'll tell you how we do this. If there's an upper and a lower, if there's absolutely a bite. If there's only a top or a bottom, then it's not.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, good.
Okay. Fight is over.
Wow, straight fight over.
Okay?
Wow!
I didn't think they had to do that.
Disqualification.
It's a
It's
DQ.
he's going with a DQ
Okay?
for a
Disqualification.
bite instead of a warning.
Well,
So-
it goes
You bit him.
beyond
Yes, you did.
intentional
Yes, you
to.
did. Okay? He bit him.
But here's okay. What I was saying, Paul, and not to get in the weeds, but how do you know he actually bit down?
That's the
because
thing.
your
I'd like to
teeth-
see a
your
stern
teeth
warning
will
there.
sometimes
Let
make
him continue the
contact.
fight.
No, but they only make contact when you put a rear naked choke in someone's mouth and it gets on
Yeah,
the
you're
teeth.
right. He did bury
I've never
his
been
face in
behind
there.
somebody trying to go for a single
Fair
leg
enough.
and accidentally
Fair
just
enough.
scraped him with my teeth.
Yeah.
Well, I remember back.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
my
come on.
God.
see that.
Okay.
We
Never
didn't see
mind.
that. Okay.
He was warned.
I'm reminded, Paul,
He
of
was
in
warned.
Fresno
So
when
does biting
Jason
make it
Knight bit the fingers
Okay.
of Gabriel Benitez. They continued that fight and they ended up going the distance.
Look at that.
But
It's
that
bleeding.
is
That's
a bit
really
different,
bad.
and they did break the skin over there too.
How did he
so
even do
now
that with
seeing
his
that,
mouth guard?
I don't fault Chris
No,
Tione
not at all.
for that stoppage.
Wow.
I would have liked
Wild.
to seen a warning if it wasn't that bad, but clearly there's some blood drawn from
Severino
it. and,
took
Such a
our eat
bad
it like a
look,
sandwich
too.
stuff
Yeah,
too,
he did.
literally.
And that's really, it's really a shame for him as well, because he was having such a great fight. But to end a fight like that in such a
all right.
poor
well,
sportsmanship
yeah.
form is disappointing.
And that's how he loses his undefeated
Yeah,
record while
that's-
Lima
yeah.
stays perfect. Here's Joe Martinez to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially. 2 minutes, 52 seconds of round number 2. The red corner has been disqualified. Your winner, and still undefeated, Andre Mascote Lima!
Jones likes the throws.
Nice trip.
There's some Greco.
His timing is so good, Mike.
Hamill's a double leg
Full
takedown kind of
mount.
guy. Full mount. Trouble for Matt Hamill.
Matt Hamill's in deep, deep trouble.
Big elbows from Johnny Bones Jones.
And Jones is trying to finish this fight, Mike.
Hamill is in huge trouble here. Full mount.
He's taking some big elbows, Mike.
Steve Mazzagatti right on top of the action. 2 minutes left in round 1. Look at that ground and pound.
Man, Hamill doing nothing. He really can't do anything to get out of the mount because he's dealing with the offense. He can't try to hip escape because if he gets his hands off of his face and his guard, he's going to take more shots.
Johnny Bones Jones looking to finish this fight. Here in round 1. Another big elbow.
Hamill's bleeding bad, Mike.
The hammer in survival mode here, Joe. And as you said, he can't improve his position.
Yeah, he can't put his hands down on John Jones' hips.
Jones is looking at
escape.
Mazzagatti, Joe, saying, all right, what else you want me to do here?
Yeah, but he's
Might
not
be premature. Yep.
Yeah, I mean he's trying to con him into stopping the fight.
Right.
And that's not going to work.
Good elbow just glanced over the forehead of Hamill.
Hamill has tremendous heart, and he will take these shots.
Always
right
the
now,
underdog.
he's blocking them.
Yep.
He's doing a good job.
Big elbows.
No, you can't do 12 to 6.
Stand up.
The up to down elbow from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock is illegal.
1 point. Downward elbow.
Now you want to know how ridiculous it is? This is why it's illegal, because when they were trying to pass the rules of the commission, people in the commission had seen fights.
He might be done.
That's it.
It's all over.
Wow.
Matt Hamill has been defeated by John Jones.
Wow, yeah, he's bleeding bad into his eyes there. Look at that. It's pouring down the side of his face. I think his nose is smashed. What I was going to say is that the 12 to 6 elbow was made illegal because someone in the athletic commission saw those ice-breaking demonstrations where a guy, and they, well, that's too deadly to use in mixed martial arts. So that's why that elbow, which is really not any more powerful than a side-to-side elbow or one that comes from another angle. That particular angle is illegal for that reason. It's pretty ridiculous.
Well, the beginning of the end was with that great throw by the junior college national wrestling champion, Greco-Roman All-American John Jones.
That was really incredible because we've never seen anybody handle Matt that way on the ground.
And then vicious elbows, vicious ground and pound.
And that one to the head.
See the nose split open?
Yeah, his nose was really badly broken already, and it's bleeding into both eyes. And this is the one that was deemed illegal.
Still enough damage had been done prior. And Matt Hamill unable to continue.
We've never seen anybody beat Matt Hamill up like this.
He is now 10-0. Oh, wow, look at the nose of Matt Hamill. John Jones wins the fight. Bruce Buffer with the official decision. They're still attending to Matt Hamill. Jones 10-0 now.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Steve Mazzagatti has called a stop to this contest. Due to intentional elbows, there's been a disqualification of Johnny Bones Jones. Therefore, the winner is Matt Hamill.
Wow. Unbelievable. They were going to take a point away. Instead, they take the win away. Jones defeated due to disqualification. Now watch it again. Joe talked about it. The 12 to 6 is the illegal elbow. Was that the one that truly ended the night of Matt Hamill? Doesn't matter because John Jones is disqualified. And he's just in utter shock and disbelief. And he doesn't want any applause.
Keeping that elbow, that right elbow tight to try to protect the wound. See if he throws the right at all.
Oh, big uppercut and a left hook by Gray.
You could hear that one in a big slam.
Huge. Oh, he's going to tap.
It's all over. It is all over. Right in the body again. Emerson showed great guts just to come out for the beginning of the second round, but Gray Maynard has won.
You know what? Gray might have hurt himself with that takedown. Wow, Gray hurt himself throwing him to the ground. Gray is hurt.
Gray might be out too. Gray's up now, but Emerson
knocked himself out. That is crazy. Gray is knocked out. He knocked himself out with that takedown. If Emerson was just able to deal with the force of that blow, Emerson doesn't even know that Gray knocked himself out.
But he tapped, Joe, as you saw.
That is crazy. Yep. Let's look at that again. Big uppercut, big left hook. Gray gets a hold of him, lifts him up, bang, and dumps him. He lands on his own head, knocks himself unconscious. This is crazy. And Emerson taps with an unconscious guy on top of him.
And you will clearly see the tap right there. There's the tap. He had no idea.
Well, he was so badly hurt going into that round that this was just the icing on the cake. But it's so crazy that Gray knocked himself out. Look, he's gone.
Now, in the takedown, right after the takedown, he tapped, but you were unconscious. You knocked yourself out in the takedown. Look at the replay. You're totally unconscious. Take a look at this. Look at the replay, bro. Bro, look at the replay. You picked him up, watch the dump, bang. You hit your head down, now watch this, you're out. Watch this.
He's done right
He is done, but so are you. You're unconscious. Look at you roll over. You're completely unconscious.
My arm's
Your
strapped
eyes,
under his back.
I understand, but your eyes were rolled back in your head. You were out cold. Did they tell you what happened, or did you know you won right away?
I remember sitting in the corner. He tapped. I thought it was over. I rolled over. Of course, I'm a little tired. I roll over. I'm fine.
Okay, let's play it through again. Let's play it through again, Greg.
Here it is. Okay. I'm still going. Right here, tapped. I rolled over. He jumped in. My arm's under the thing.
You're out.
My arm was under his back. Look. Arm is under.
You see your head land right there. You see that impact.
So he tapped. I was done. I was waiting for my arm to
The
get
referee is saying that you were unconscious. He was right next to you. Your eyes are rolled back in your head.
He was waving Emerson off. I don't understand this, man. I'm dead serious.
We thought that it was a victory. We thought that even though the fact that you were out, he tapped.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I rolled over after he tapped.
But what they're saying is because you were unconscious with the takedown, that it's a no contest.
But I'm not unconscious. You don't understand what I'm saying.
So you're saying that you were never unconscious?
Never.
So you knew that he had tapped, you knew it was over, and you thought you just won, and you were tired.
Just rolled over. My arm was under his back. He tapped. I was waiting for him to get up. And that was it, man.
I'd like to see Malkoun follow it up, though. He's having a lot of success. It's a powerful jab. But the jab is the key to the door. Throw the right hand after it.
Nice defense. Oh, what the heck happened there?
He got kicked to the body. And to it. Jacob Malkoun in a blink.
You all right, brother?
Ends it in round 2.
Oh, he got him to the liver? Where?
Wow. I missed that.
What made him go down first, though? The liver? I know he kicked him to the body afterwards, right?
That was clearly evident. I'm not sure what caused him to go down in the first place, though.
Man, after a back and forth first 5 minutes, Petroski's leaking some blood as well, and Malkoun is over the moon to get back in the win column and to do it like that.
So let's take a look. Reaches for the leg. Malkoun pushes away, turns, dragging the leg out, and then he just goes down. I didn't see anything.
And then that.
But that's perfectly legal.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, kick to the body of the ground opponent.
Yep.
I didn't see a punch there, but did a short shot get through? He lost his equilibrium quite clearly.
Maybe he hit his head on the takedown attempt.
A crazy kick for Malkoun.
He hits his head on the hip.
Maybe that was it. Sometimes
has to be.
Yeah, you hit the head.
Yep, right on the hip bone.
On the hip.
Right on
Believe
his
it or
temple.
not, that can generate a lot of impact.
Man. Yeah, I've seen guys get knocked out shooting in right on the hip.
Wow, that's crazy.
I mean, Newton has fought 3 guys from the same camp, pretty much simultaneously. Dave Monet, Pat Miletich, now Matt Hughes. He said maybe this camp can get it right. Look at maybe they are. But the arm's in trouble. Look at the strength of Matt Hughes.
Wow. He's holding defense.
He cannot hold defense. And McCarthy steps right in.
He's got to turn him around. He can't stay up there.
Down goes Carlos Newton.
He's out.
He's out.
He's out. Carlos Newton. Matt Hughes is the champion.
Carlos Newton.
Hughes has a look of disbelief on his face. Look at it.
Now he knows it's over.
He didn't even know he won the title, Mike.
And could he have won it in any better fashion than the slam? That's Matt Hughes.
Look at everyone on their feet.
Little Evil, here he comes, man.
There he is, baby. Give me 1 second.
Baby. The champion of the world.
Let's go to the replay. Jans is up there celebrating. Here is Newton. I thought Matt Hughes was going out. Drops him, and watch Matt Hughes as he sits up out of the triangle as Newton went out. Another look from the top, a better vantage point. Bam!
He hit the side of his head.
Yep.
Holding on, you know, sometimes it works. It worked for Hallman. This time it didn't work for Newton.
That is the strength and power of Matt Hughes, using his trademark move to pull off the upset and defeat Carlos Newman to become the new UFC welterweight champion of the world.
Let's do it all on the level here. All right, so plus 180, Iwan Cutelaba is the underdog. Magomed Ankalaev is minus 220. He'll be in the red. Cutelaba's in the black. Got all of that out of the way. Here we go.
I mean, you've got to deliver after that now.
Cutelaba starts with a low kick.
I mean, I don't care how composed you are, that has going to be a little nerve-wracking. I mean, you've got to fight anyway, but when the guy is like that, so intense, running across the octagon like that, the stakes are high in this one. Look at this! Wow!
Couple of kicks, there he is again! And again! How is Cutelaba still on his feet?
Wow! 3 head kicks in a row. He's out on his feet. Wow!
And he stops it, and Cutelaba disagrees. Kevin McDonald stepped in.
I get the security in there for Kevin McDonald's safety.
It's face-to-face right now.
Man.
Kevin McDonald stopped it. Cutelaba was on his feet.
Several head kicks connected, some solid punches landed. Cutelaba was definitely wobbling. He was definitely looking like he was on the way out, but he was still there. He was still standing and still fighting.
And also immediately protested.
Immediately.
Had his wits about him enough to know what happened and to know to disagree vehemently right away.
I mean, let's take a look here. Comes in, gets caught with 2 hooks, wait for the first head kick. I mean, he's wobbling. That one didn't quite connect. Throwing back. That one to the body. And still, he's hurt. Blocks that one. Came in with an overhand, didn't connect. He's wobbled here. He's wobbled, but he's still fighting. He's still in the fight. His body language doesn't look good, but nothing is connecting. He may have been rope-a-doping, maybe trying to play a little possum. Who knows? That one connected, and the referee dives in. All right, let's take a look in real time.
Here it is. Oh, stopped it right there. Yeah. Swung wildly, but it was already called before that.
Yeah, there's a potential there that he was just rope-a-doping, playing possum, trying to lull him into a false sense of security. I'm not trying to rain on his parade or piss on his bonfire, but the referee made a huge mistake.
All right, so now the official result is in, and for that, let's find out what it is with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Kevin McDonald has called a stop to this contest at 38 seconds of round number 1. Declaring the winner by knockout, Magomed Ankalaev.
For UFC heavyweights, like Tim Sylvia, like Gan McGee, like Wes Sims, gigantic dude. Okay, he's stepping up right now. Looks like he's gonna take an arm. There he goes. He's got it. He's securing the arm, but you know what? Wes Sims might be able to get out of here right here. Wes Sims is a very strong guy. He's got a hold of his arm. He's protecting himself. He might slam him. They slams him. He's got free. That's what I'm talking about.
What a job by Sims. Can't kick a downed opponent.
That's not legal.
Cannot kick a downed opponent. Timeout is called. You cannot kick a downed opponent. And Nelson Hamilton steps right in.
And Wes Sims has lost by disqualification doing this very thing before. In the video they showed in the highlight film, he power slammed the guy and then he soccer kicked him in the head. He's raising his hands up here, but this is not good. He stomped him several times.
And it looks like he caught his eye. The eye is swollen on Frank Mir. But this will be a call. As you said, that was not legal.
It's not legal, and it's very dangerous, which is one of the reasons why it's not legal. Let's go to the replay.
I'm not sure Sims is certain of it yet.
See, he's holding on to this arm, but Wes Sims has a hold of his hand, and he's a freakishly strong dude, so I knew he was going to try to slam his way out of it. Here he goes. He slams his way out of it, and then he looks to stomp on the jaw over and over again. He hit him 3 or 4 times clean on the jaw. Even if this fight goes on, you got to think right now that Frank Mir is very hurt.
Well, Dr. Margaret Goodman, the Nevada Athletic Commission, the assigned doctor here to the Ultimate Fighting Championship, is checking on Frank Mir's condition right now.
I mean, it's very difficult to penalize a fighter in this position because so much damage has already been done. West dropped some heavy feet down on Frank Mir's face. That's it, they're calling the fight. It's a disqualification. It's a disqualification. The referee has ruled it a disqualification.
And that's the right call.
It is the right call.
That is the right call.
Had this been in Pride, that would be a knockout. But in Pride, it would also be in a ring, so Mir wouldn't have been trapped up against the fence, which is one of the reasons why we don't allow stomps in the UFC. Let's look at the end of it again. West is defending the armbar. He slams him, pulls his arm out, and then this is all illegal from here. Now he's holding on to the fence as well.
You know, the shame of it is, and the shame of it is that West got overzealous more likely than not, Joe. He had fought through so much adversity. All he had to do there is pound down on him or come down with a punch.
Yeah,
you can come down with a punch. You can't come down with a kick.
You know what? I think he felt safe holding on to the fence and stomping. And it's his instincts.
Oh, of course.
He just wanted to kill him. He wanted to stomp the dude. You know, that's just the instincts. But part of being a professional fighter is you have to avoid those instincts, and you have to work within the parameters of the rules.
And he's got a nice little knot underneath that eye, doesn't he?
Yeah, Mir's out of it. He looks like he's coming too, but he got rocked. You know, you're talking about a 250-pound guy stomping down on your head.
Let's check into the octagon. Eddie Bravo is with our referee, Nelson Hamilton.
I'm here with Doc Hamilton, the referee. Doc, for the people that are confused out there, explain exactly what happened.
The rule states that you cannot stomp a downed opponent. If you stomp on him and he cannot continue, then the fighter is disqualified. That's it.
All right, there you heard it from the referee, Doc Hamilton. Back to you guys.
Nice work, Eddie. And that is exactly it. And the rules are clearly stated. And it's not as if, Joe, it's not as if these fighters do not know the rules. There are rules meetings. There's a whole big guideline, and that is one of the ones that talked about the most. You cannot kick a down opponent.
Yeah, and like I said, Wes Sims is a very excitable kid. He wants to make a big splash in the UFC, and he probably just went on instinct. He was just going on pure animal instinct. Here's the slam to avoid the arm bar. He gets out of that, holds on to the fence, which is illegal, and drops feet down. Frank Mir is trapped there.
You know, it's a shame after, as I said, working through all that adversity, Joe. And Sims did a great job not to have to tap against Frank Mir with the choke or the arm. And then the official word, the call against Wes Sims.
Very unfortunate.
He loses by disqualification.
It was shaping up to be an exciting fight, and if Wes had gotten out of that arm bar, who knows? Maybe Frank Mir would have worn himself out a little. Maybe Wes could have turned it on and turned the tables and started to take control of the fight. Now we'll never know unless they have a rematch. And even then, it's a different fight.
And Askren's UFC debut is upon us. He draws Robbie Lawler in his first UFC start.
And
double leg to an arm drag.
Already has a hold of him.
That was a double leg to an arm drag straight to the back, and he's hanging on to him heavy. Robbie Lawler on the single, lifts and dumps straight on his head.
Oh, big blow for Robbie Lawler.
He hurt him with that dump. He hurt him with that dump. It's not looking good. Askren is just holding it together. It's looking not very good right now.
I thought he was out.
I can't believe he's not out. I honestly can't believe he's not out. The look on Robbie Lawler's face says it all.
And it was a big elbow from Lawler that opened Askren wide open.
He's already in the most trouble he's ever been in his career. And he just ate another bomb. And Robbie Lawler's almost out, and he's out. Look out for the knee.
This is the style of fight that Askren needs to make it if he's going to take and fill Robbie Lawler's arms up with blood. But those knees that he's eating are not going to serve him well.
Yeah, he's already taken more punishment than I have ever seen him take. But this was always the question. He's able to do this stuff to Douglas Lima and Andrei Koreshkov. Can he do this to a UFC champion like Robbie Lawler?
Now he'll go to dump it, transition to a double. Lawler can defend on the fence all day. It's much more tiring being Askren here than it is to be Lawler. But Askren has the hands locked underneath the butt. And so that's a good start. However, the way Robbie Lawler's stuffing his head is the problem. And now we're going to see Askren try to hook the ankles up the way you see Khabib Nurmagomedov do, and then grab the hand control. Hand control is key. Robbie Lawler needs to get on the grips. And this is all Askren needed. Lawler will go out the back door. This is like an old school choke.
He's got his head, though. He's got a bulldog choke.
Yep, and that's tight.
Oh, he's going out. He's out. He's out. He's out.
Ben Askren submits Robbie Lawler. He wasn't out. He wasn't out.
Oh, my God. He wasn't out. Oh, my God. Oh,
that was a schoolyard choke, and it was on his head, and it was not on the blood.
Oh, no.
That was a bad stoppage.
Oh, no. It looked like he was out. Look, Herb Dean did his best.
But in that position, you can't tell because the guy's got to pull back, and you can't see his face. It was a bad stoppage.
It was a bad stoppage, but there was no way to tell.
But there was no way to tell because it was around the ears and the head, not the throat.
What a disappointing way to end this fight.
Lawler protested immediately. It seemed like Herb Dean maybe suggested there was some tap. There didn't seem to be a tap.
There was definitely not a tap. We thought he was out. We thought he was out by the way his arms were limp. Let's take a look at it here.
You see him pulling back.
He's got it here. Now watch Robbie's right arm. He might have been out for a second. He might have been out for a second.
I don't think it's under his neck.
But look at this.
It's on his chin. His chin's in there.
That's true.
His chin is in there, so it hurts, but it's not in the blood. So he wasn't choking the blood. You can tell right away his head pops up, and he's looking.
The question is, though, but look how that arm went limp.
But it's on his chin. That just hurts, and his arm lifts back up when he grabs it.
It's true.
He's not out. It's on the chin. It just hurts.
The way the arm dropped, Herb Dean must have thought he was unconscious. It's an understandable call, but a bad one.
I agree. I can't understand how he would call it, but it was a mistake, in my opinion.
And Robbie Lawler, ever the sportsman, was good about it to Herb Dean. And you don't want to take anything away from Ben Askren, who had to rally through some legitimate early adversity, but a forgettable moment for the referee in question, Herb Dean, here at the end of this one. We will sort this out shortly. First, though, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 20 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by submission due to a bulldog choke, Ben Funky Askren.
Lands a good knee as well, and you can see he's starting to get his confidence back and shrug and smirk a little bit himself as he lands a nice counter left hand there, but eats a counter himself. Man, what a fight.
He's having to hang in the pocket to land.
Masvidal talking some trash now in between exchanges. Oh! Beautiful wheel kick followed by a body kick, and Ellenberger looking for the takedown.
Ellenberger got his foot stuck in the fence. Herb Dean stopping the fight. I don't think it's a TKO, or is it?
No, he's calling a timeout.
So Herb Dean calling a timeout. Ellenberger got his toes stuck in the fence.
Masvidal still thinks he won the fight.
I know.
The commission coming in. Or the doctor's coming in.
We'll track Herb Dean.
Due to a malfunction, if a foot is
let's take a look here. Ellenberger looking for the takedown. Now he rushes Masvidal, goes for the knee and misses. Look at his left foot there, stuck in the fence, and now he can't get it out. And Masvidal coming and landing punches. Now Herb said stop for a second.
Fight's over. No, fight's over.
Fight's over?
Fight's over.
All right,
and Herb is saying the fight's over now.
The fight's over, so ultimately it'll go in the books as a TKO victory for Jorge Masvidal. Somewhat anticlimactic given the way that fight was playing out. Let's bring in our friend Mark Ratner, VP of Regulatory Affairs for the UFC. Mark.
His foot, his toes actually got caught in the fence, but there's nothing that the referee can do, or there's nothing legally, but to call it anything but a TKO. It's unfortunate.
But Mark, let me ask this question: why does he have to call it a TKO? I mean, Ellenberger wasn't knocked out; he was intelligently defending himself. What was the reason to stop this fight here?
Herb was saying that he couldn't defend himself, and that's why he called timeout.
He looks to me like a man trying to get his toes out of the cage.
That's what it looked like, yes, sir.
I know it's not. It's
unusual.
Herb Dean was hoping that he could chalk it up to a fence malfunction, and Ellenberger getting his toes stuck, but ultimately it will go into the books as a TKO victory for Jorge Masvidal, who nearly had Ellenberger out of there
with more conviction earlier in the round.
Oh, yeah, no fault of Masvidal, who came out, did exactly what he wanted to do. People have always criticized him for not being aggressive, and he was aggressive tonight.
Looking like a fucking killer.
Leandro Silva working on that half guard there. He's trying to pry the legs open, trying to slide that right leg through. He's got that knee through, and he's going to finish this. Inside control now. Dober trying to bridge. He's giving up his back. Don't want to do that against Leandro Silva. Already has a rear naked choke win here in the UFC. Excellent escape there from Dober, who's in the guillotine and counters to the proper side. Excellent escape and counter there from Dober. So Leandro Silva's not going to finish that. He's on the wrong side.
Looked like the referee called the foul.
Oh my goodness, no way.
So another forgettable moment here tonight for Eduardo Herdy. Dober is stunned.
No way. That referee just messed up this fight.
There was no tap. Dober was defending fine.
That's awful. I mean, he's on the proper side. He never tapped. That referee just messed up this fight.
Stunning development here. Obviously a disappointment for Drew Dober. Leandro Silva understands.
I mean, you got to understand what it does to the body here. There's no choke on that side.
And Leister Bowling just got up near the face of the referee, Eduardo Herdy, and Herdy seemed to believe that Drew Dober tapped.
The referee's showing a lack of knowledge when it comes to jiu-jitsu here, because there is no tap. The arm didn't even move.
And you are allowed to close your eyes.
There was no tap there. What's the ref doing? The head's on the proper side. He's countered on that side. Leandro Silva's letting go. He knows he doesn't have it. Oh, man.
Dober closed his eyes.
Still no tap. The arm, he's posting his arm on the mat. That's clearly, he's posting his arm on the mat. And if you know about jiu-jitsu, you know you're not going to finish a choke from that position. That's awful.
Strange happenings here in Rio.
And she needs to go out there and turn this on and make it a real fight.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah,
when
the
I
be
heard
patient
that. I was
message.
like, patient.
They said you need it. Oh.
Stop. That's it.
Oh, and Chris Taioni waves it off. Vidal wanted a moment to recover. She thought her fight kit was off, and instead, Taioni deems it a legal strike, a legal exchange. And for now, is a TKO victory for Melissa Gatto.
She got hit in the breast. That's not an illegal shot. She cannot turn away from her.
Now, Chris Taioni explaining.
Nice
because he got punched there.
Straight to the chest.
Wow.
I mean,
it's a legal shot. Vidal didn't like it. Turns away, not defending herself. Victory for Melissa Gatto.
I mean, it's a vulnerable spot. Got to keep that covered.
If you turn away and don't intelligently defend yourself,
fight's going to get stopped.
The referee is there to stop the fight, and there is nothing seemingly illegal about that strike.
Well, I mean, only ladies around the world would know what that actually feels like, but it doesn't look like it feels nice. We'll put it that way.
Correct.
And that's what got the job done. So maybe you will see more chest punches in the ladies division as we move forward. You never know.
But the pace is just a different level of pace from Merab Dvalishvili. This guy has energy for days.
Simone one camp right into another after his regional title defense on March 23rd, the first round knockout.
Which could be a problem. Could be something that's wearing on Ricky Simone, having so many fights in a row before he had to make the call to the UFC. But that's something that, man, you just got to put that behind you and say, next time I'll do better. When they call, you show up and you fight.
See the swelling under the right eye of Simone.
Another takedown.
Big takedown from Dvalishvili.
Although he's got
Simone
the neck.
reversing things.
He's got
Look
the guillotine.
Out.
Look out, Dvalishvili.
He's going
trying
to
keep his hands up there.
I can't tell if he's out. He's out. No, he's still fighting.
Dvalishvili snaps his left hand. My goodness, look at his legs.
Oh my gosh.
Still trying to fight. Does he have 35 seconds left in him?
What is going on there?
After it was going so well, but surviving for the moment. Still kicking those legs. And Simone with 20 seconds left to work now. Can Dvalishvili continue to fight?
Face.
Gives the thumbs up. My goodness. Approaching 10. Final 10 seconds. Dvalishvili keeps the bicycle churning. Final seconds of the fight. Where's the horn? There it is.
Wow.
My
He's out.
goodness.
He's not out. No, he's okay.
Merab Dvalishvili with the heart of a lion. Ricky Simone, all he could do. We will see how the judges score this one after this. Okay, so after confusion between rounds, we originally, of course, thought it went the full 15 minutes. There was some confusion on if they would call the fight. Merab Dvalishvili is on top of the cage right now. We have yet to get the decision. He has his wits about him. The commissioner of the New Jersey Athletic Control Board is inside the octagon talking to Bruce Buffer and referee Liam Kerrigan right now. Of course, it was almost a full 45 seconds for Merab Dvalishvili to try to outlast that guillotine attempt from Ricky Simone, who you would think was down on the scorecards heading into the third round. Dvalishvili appears good about it, and he just gives a fist bump to his corner, Matt Serra and Ray Longo. Simone, at least for a minute while we were gone, had his hands raised and thought he scored what would be a submission victory. They are still sorting things out here in New Jersey. What a fight, and what a final minute to that fight. Mark Goddard explaining to Bruce Buffer what we all will love to find out in just a moment. Let's take a look at the end of the fight once again. This is after the final horn sounds. Liam Kerrigan, is the referee for this matchup. And Dvalishvili attended to right away by the physicians here. Ricky Simone, you heard him right there. I won that fight. Dvalishvili still has a smile on his face. And now Bruce Buffer, with the fighters in the center of the octagon, has the official decision. Let's find out right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Liam Kerrigan has called a stop to this contest at the end of round 3, declaring the winner by TKO, Ricky Simone.
Uptaking the aggression from Jose Torres now. Well, there you have it. Jose Torres advancing 43%, just 10% for Jared Brooks thus far. Level change from Brooks, and he's going to dump Torres here. Whoa!
Bad move.
Brooks is in trouble. Brooks is out. Jose "Shorty" Torres. He expected a big first round from Brooks. Torres making good on the debut.
I think he knocked himself out with that slam. Tried to do a little too much.
So an incredible end to this one here tonight. We'll take a look at it shortly. But Jose "Shorty" Torres, after some early adversity, living up to the hype and getting it done in his UFC debut.
It looked like everything was going Brooks's way. Got a great double leg, but I think he knocked himself out on the slam, tried to do a little too much, rather than just dump him. There's a level change, beautiful stuff, locking hands underneath the butt.
takes him for a ride, and look at the adjustments. Right there, he just landed right on his head. He was out pretty much when he hit the ground. This is all just icing on the cake. Could have just dumped him to his left and went for the big slam. Look at his head. Bang. Oh. Just a case of not being content with the easy takedown, trying to go for a big crowd-pleasing slam, and boom, he is out. Well, Jose Torres getting the win. Doesn't matter how it happened, it's a win.
And there's the reaction from the corner. Bob Shermer, of course, UFC veteran Dean Thomas there as well. So Jose Shorty Torres. And you see, obviously, the disappointment for Jared Brooks. A little bit unlucky on that side.
One mistake.
Let's get it to Joe Martinez for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially. 2 minutes, 55 seconds, round number 2. Referee Dan Mergliano puts a halt to the contest. Your winner by TKO and still undefeated, Jose Shorty Torres.
Are you ready? Yeah, we're about ready to take a look at it. He's got a big mountain in front of him. Here we go, guys.
He's got to move laterally. He's got to stay away.
He does. He does. He's got to stay away and try to hurt him.
Taylor Tooley took a beating. It lasted about 2 minutes. Get Gerard Gordeau in UFC 1. That was the last female guy. Emmanuel gets hit. He's down.
Here he goes. Going to a
now he's on top of Scott. Keith is taking it back.
Got to be quick. He's got to be quick. He should get out of there. He's got to get out of the corner.
And through the other gates. The gates have broken open. That's the first time that has happened.
That's a big deal. 600 pounds.
Pushes him out of the ring.
Let's get it on.
That was sumo. If you think about it, Ben, that is ultimate sumo.
That was interesting. He tried to do an old type of choke with both of his fists on the inside of his neck in Yarborough. It's really interesting. It's very difficult to pull that off.
I can't emphasize this enough. Yarborough was coming in with sumo and judo. And they're talking to each other inside the ring.
He has to stick and move. He has to move. Really get. He's got to cut off the ring. Yarborough has to really cut the ring off. But it's very difficult. He's such a big man.
Keith is also known for his low leg kicks. Low leg kicks.
I don't think he can hurt him with the kick. I don't think he can hurt him with the leg or anything. He has too much weight planted. I don't think he can get any leverage against it. Won't hurt him.
Finally got the leg.
Won't hurt him.
It's all Keith Hackney. Emmanuel just covering up. Keep in mind, the corner can stop it with the towel. The referee can stop it. Keith desperately trying to take out Emmanuel. He doesn't have any chokeholds, Ben. It's obvious. He doesn't have any submission holds.
He's trying to wear him down. He's trying to wear him down. Emmanuel.
He just gave in. Emmanuel just tapped out.
A big man like that, it's very difficult for him to be agile on the ground, as you've noticed.
Yeah. It was a series of rights and lefts, Jim, and it didn't look like anything fancy. Got him on the ground and simply beat him.
It's a matter of agility. The lack of agility nullifies all size.
Now you have to feel the official announcement. Emmanuel Yarborough gets $1,000 for his effort. Keith Hackney moves on into the semifinals where he will make at least $5,000. He advances. Keith Hackney, who is so calm, so cool, so collected, has advanced. And he beat a bigger man again. Sumo once again goes down. And I'll tell you, it looked like Emmanuel was gaining confidence as that bout was going on. He was just seemed so out of touch with being on the ground, Jim, and being out of control. It was a new environment for him. Let's go to the replay one more time of Emmanuel actually hitting the canvas. Now here they are standing straight up. Emmanuel looks very confident. It's simply a wild right. This happened very early on in the fight. Emmanuel gets hit with his first punch, goes down.
Unbelievable. Were you expecting this to happen?
No, not in the least bit. I thought I would be able to mount the offense, and just wasn't able to put it together.
You know what? It was
Never
incredible.
been hit flush before.
It was absolutely incredible. The way you sat there, you were taking it, and it was just almost like you couldn't get up.
That was part of the strategy, was to take some abuse, but you can only go but so far.
Manuel, you're a true champion for getting in the octagon. It was a real treat to have you here. You got a big heart. It's great seeing you fight. You're a real true asset to the art. It's great having you here.
Thank you.
Back to you, Brian.
Oh my goodness.
Oh! Nice 1-2 from Jan. A minute to go, round 4.
Hey, and the reason Aljo can take that shot is because he's in such great shape.
Yeah.
If you're not in shape, you go down when you get hit with something like that late in the fight.
Head kick for Sterling. Oh, another one. That one wrapped around, Joe.
Round it. Look at him just pressing on the head here, though. That's
illegal.
His knee was down. His knee was all the way down.
Illegal knee. He told him before that, he said down. He said downed opponent.
His hands were down.
Completely illegal knee.
Hey, I mean, this could be a disqualification. This is a Jones-Anthony Smith, right?
Yes.
But Anthony Smith took the high road.
Yes.
Yes, he decided to keep fighting. Let's take a look at it. Look at this here. A 100% illegal.
Somebody from his corner actually said something to him before.
Look at this.
Piotr acknowledged him.
Yeah.
I mean.
So Mark Smith just said
I'll try to stay here for right now
and hide it from us, but I heard what he said. He said, I told him he's down, and he threw it anyway, so it's an intentional foul.
Right.
That's what he just said.
And that would mean that if this fight is stopped, Aljamain Sterling would be the new champion.
Which is crazy.
Let me tell you something, man. It's an illegal knee.
It's illegal.
You know, I mean, his knees were down completely.
Have the doc come in and take a look at you, okay?
Oh,
if he doesn't continue, I mean, I've seen this in wrestling matches where kids are hurt in a legal hold. They win the match.
Well, here's another thing. Look, he got hit
I want you to get up to your target, okay?
Hard.
Now, if that's illegal, and it is,
yes.
Why should he keep fighting?
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Doc.
Who's your responsibility to you? He just fell back down, trying to get up.
Right.
Who's Aljamain's responsibility to?
Himself
And his family. Not protecting that Piotr Jan
Stay
through
here.
an
Stay here.
illegal shot.
No.
Hey, look.
So people should
It's
not
Mark. I got the
crap
doctor
on
here with me,
Aljamain
okay?
Sterling if he
Hey,
decides
look at me.
that this fight is over.
And here's another
down?
point. If Aljamain
Stay here.
continues, he's
Tell me
severely
what's wrong.
compromised
Bad.
because of
Still
an
busy?
illegal technique.
He just said, Joe, I don't want the fight to end like that, but you're right. The referee.
The fight should be probably stopped.
Yes.
Let's be honest. If you look at him the way he is right
Aljamain,
now,
stay here. Stay here.
Yeah, right now you can't.
Can't even get up.
I have 2 minutes.
2 more.
Yeah. Okay. Stay here with me.
He's giving him a
oh,
couple
come on.
minutes.
This fight's got to be called. The fight's over. This fight is over.
I mean, and honestly, Joe, the official can make the call for Aljamain, save him from himself.
For his own health and safety, this should be called.
Yeah.
I got the doc
Aljamain
here
is
with
a
me.
tough
I want you
guy.
to talk to the doc, okay?
If he could get up, he would get up.
No, don't worry about that.
And if there
This
were
is
not
Mark, your
championship
referee.
stakes, this one probably would have already been waived
It
off.
would have already been done if there wasn't a championship on the line.
It should be waived off.
This is on the official. This is on the official to make a call here.
Are you seeing straight?
A little. It's like a little.
You dizzy?
Just a little. I mean, I'm laying down, so it's better.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Call this fight.
I fucking fall over.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. All right.
There it is.
That's it.
And that is it.
That's it.
Wow.
So we will wait to make it official, but it looks as though Piotr Jan will be disqualified and Aljamain Sterling will be the undisputed UFC bantamweight champion.
Oh, that's so crazy. Or no contest.
It's going to be up to Mark to decide.
You know, I don't know how I feel about this because I don't like that a title can be won this way.
I mean,
for sure,
I'm gonna let one coach
the fight
in.
should be called.
Yes.
For sure,
Joe.
Piotr Jan should be disqualified.
Yes.
But
Focus.
should you be able to
can't focus
win
and he's
a
almost
title fight for a disqualification?
Yes.
That's the question.
Absolutely, yes. I mean, it's illegal, Joe.
Yeah.
It's an
You gotta
illegal
back
I
out.
fight.
understand. I understand in terms of not getting a victory. I understand in terms of being disqualified. But winning a world title
because of an illegal technique seems kind of crazy.
Joe, but guess what, though? There's so many different factors that plays into this.
You're right.
Because Petr Yan was winning the fight. Say they give him a rematch, Aljamain's the champion now. Now he shares it on the pay-per-view revenue.
Right.
There are so many different layers to this, right?
No.
So when Anthony Smith did not continue, did he take?
He wasn't in this bad shape.
Right, that's important.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
Aljo's concussed.
He is concussed. He's hurt bad.
He's concussed. Let's take a look at that knee again, because that knee was crazy. I mean, it was so illegal, so clearly illegal, and after Mark Smith says he's down, he's a down fighter. Watch this. You can't get more illegal than that.
Yeah, Joe.
It is as illegal.
It's a no-brainer, Joe.
It's a no-brainer in terms of illegal.
Aljamain's going to be upset, but he's going to get the belt wrapped around his back.
Let's listen to Mark Smith. Let's listen to Mark Smith say.
Yeah. I want to check him for cognitive skills. I said he was grounded. He still threw. So it's probably going to be intentional.
Yeah, he said it's probably going to be intentional.
So he said it was intentional. It was clearly intentional. So it looks like we're looking at a disqualification. It looks like we're looking at a new champion, which is bananas.
A lot of people felt like these guys were destined to fight more than once. But again, how about Corey Sandhagen sitting home thinking, man, couldn't afford this.
That's the only guy that's as mad.
Yeah.
I mean, he's mad right now. Corey Sandhagen's upset.
Well, there's always T.J. Dillashaw waiting in the wings.
That is true.
And he said that's who he's going to fight. You know,
listen,
I mean, they're having to hold Aljo up. Look at this.
This is crazy.
And Petr was fighting so beautifully.
Amazing. Amazing. Look at he's got his fist up. Put your fist down, man.
I'd like to hear the scores.
Bruce Buffer, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Smith has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 29 seconds of round number 4. Due to an intentional foul by Petr Yan, the winner by disqualification and new UFC bantamweight champion of the world, Aljamain Funkmaster Sterling.
Mixed emotions. Got to be so bittersweet, maybe more bitter than sweet for Aljamain Sterling.
Anything sweet about this. I think he probably feels like the title's illegitimate, if I had to guess. And I think he's furious that he got fouled that way. Look, he just threw the belt on the ground. No, look, Aljamain is a winner. He doesn't want to win a fight like that.
Eat, sleep, and hang out with the boys.
Crazy environment. We saw some people who, reacted to it very weirdly, like Shoney Carter, Charles McCarthy, and we saw some people like Pete Sella just kind of like went with it.
Shoney had too many good clothes there for 6 weeks with the boys on. And he brought all his pimp suits, man. That was crazy. Just bring a couple T-shirts and some shorts.
He's an unusual guy, that Shoney Carter.
I think that's an accurate statement. Smith continues to look very comfortable. Inside leg kick.
Good right hand by Scott Smith.
Miss with the left, followed with the right.
Scott Smith thinking about a couple of different kicks there and changed his mind.
Well, this is a big fight for both men, but it's a big fight for Pete Sell because he can breathe off the momentum that Serra created if he can win here in the octagon tonight.
I think Pete Sell would have a significant advantage on the ground, and I'm kind of shocked that he's not pushing that.
And if he's rolling every day with the boys at the Serra gym, he has great ground skills.
I mean, Scott Smith has a good ground game. He is a good wrestler, but Pete Sell has better submissions, and I'm kind of surprised, especially considering that Scott's 2 losses in the octagon have both been by rear naked choke.
The interesting thing, though, as you watch Pete Sell fight is, even though he's a Serra guy, if you will, and trains with Matt and Nick Serra every day, he doesn't fight anything like Matt Serra.
Well, he does when it goes to the ground. His stand-up is very good. Pete is a young guy. He's got a really bright future in this sport. And he's a real warrior, man. I mean, this guy brings it.
I was just going to say, Joe, he has that mentality, doesn't he?
And so does Scott. Both these guys, both very, very tough competitors.
Scott Smith worked in the family steel business for many years. Caught with a straight left.
His mouth's open a little bit there. Both these guys are breathing kind of heavy.
Over the top with a right.
He's doing a good job of staying in the pocket. He doesn't move. He's staying hands up high, and he's trying to counter.
Smith tried to catch him with the left hook.
Good inside leg kick by Pete.
You want to see the guys with the legs a little bit more here, Joe?
Always. You know, I mean, I think that's probably one of the most underlooked aspects of mixed martial arts is the leg kick. It takes so much out of the opponent. And especially when guys get into punching exchanges, it's often there because they're not expecting it. You get used to that rhythm. Punch, 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 punch. Where's he there? Where's he at? Boom. And those leg kicks come in, man. You don't even expect them. And thump. They just take so much out of the fighter.
Drago trying to swing for the fences here. 144 remains in round 2. Fight scheduled for 3 body
shots.
Oh,
shot. Beautiful body punch by Pete Silva.
Scott Smith got rocked with the body
and he's
shot.
Still hurt. He's still hurt from that body shot. He came back and knocked him out while he was hurt. That is unbelievable.
Scott Smith went down
Scott
hard
Smith
with
is
the
hurt
body shot.
badly, and as Pete went in for the kill, Scott Smith, always dangerous, finished the fight. That is crazy.
That is one of the most unbelievable finishes
Scott Smith
in UFC
history. He's hurt
history.
badly. He's still down bad. He might have a broken rib here. Let's take a look at that replay. Pete Sell lands a beautiful left hook to the body. Bang! Scott Smith is hurt bad. He's covered up, but this guy is always dangerous. Bang! Pete comes waiting in with his hands down, and Scott Smith puts him to sleep. I mean, that is crazy. I've never seen that. And look, immediately, Scott Smith is hurt badly. Look at this punch. Right on the floating rib. Scott instantly winces in pain. He is hurt badly. Very badly. And boom, gets caught coming in on the button.
I thought for a split second that Smith might have utilized a little psychological game there, played a little possum. But then you saw him go right down at pain afterwards.
No, you know what that is? That's just heart. That guy has tremendous heart. He was hurt very badly, saw that opening, his instincts took over, and he landed a big right hand. That's one of the craziest finishes I've ever seen.